Welcome to Learning English Topics.
Welcome to your official English pronunciation class. This video is your guide to sounding more fluent, more confident, and to make others take you more seriously. Now there will be 4 parts to this lesson. In the first part, we will look at syllables. In the second part, we will look at word stress. Then we will look at sentence stress. And finally, we will look at some tricky sounds that many learners struggle with. Now this might seem a lot, but really, it's easier than it sounds, so keep with me to the end. Let's start with syllables, the building blocks of words. A syllable is one sound unit. It usually contains a vowel sound. Think of them as beats in a word. Let's try some examples. Cat is very simple. It's just one syllable. Teacher is 2 syllables. But how do we know how many syllables there are? So, you should have clapped your hands twice like this. So we could say it as ch. Another way is to look for the vowels. I have told you already that a syllable usually contains a vowel sound. And as we can see, there are 2 vowel sounds in teacher, each in its own syllable. Let's see how you get on with the next one. Should have said 3 syllables, or clapped 3 times. The 3 syllables are ho, li, day. As you can see, each of the syllables has a vowel in it. O in the first, I in the second, and A in the third. Remember, we can use the vowels to show the different syllables. Let's try one more, but a more difficult one. Accommodation. I'll give you a little extra time with this one. So, did you get it? You should have said 5. There are 5 syllables in accommodation. They are a, com, mo, day, shown. Well done if you got that one right, but don't worry if you didn't. We will be regularly returning to this in our weekly videos to help you improve your pronunciation, so there will be plenty of time to practice. And how this helps your spoken English. When you first try to pronounce a new word, especially longer and more complicated words, if you break it down into syllables and say each individually a few times, then gradually speed up and join the syllables together, pronunciation becomes much easier. Take our word accommodation, for example. It's not an easy word to pronounce, but try sounding each of the syllables 3 or 4 times, each time a little quicker. Then join them all together, and you will find it much easier to get you pronunciation right. Start as I did earlier. A, com, mo, day, shown. Now repeat it again 3 or 4 times, gradually speeding up until you have joined it all together, and you will find pronunciation easier. You can do this with any word, and we will have a regular section in our videos in the future to help you improve your spoken English. Our second subject for perfect pronunciation is word stress, and it doesn't mean getting worried about words. When talking about words, it means the way that a syllable is pronounced with greater force than other syllables in the same word. This syllable might be pronounced a bit louder, a bit longer, and slightly higher in pitch. Most words of more than one syllable have this, and there are many words that have the same or similar spelling, but are pronounced with different stress which changes their meaning. Let's look at some examples. Here is our first word. See if you can think of the 2 different meanings. I'll give you a short time to think about it. So, how did you do? Let me give you a clue. The first one is a very dry place. Does that help at all? Hopefully you've got it now. A very dry place is a desert. And I hope that you could hear that when I said the word desert, the stress was on the first syllable. Now the next word is to abandon or leave someone or something. Do you know the word for that? If you abandon someone, then you desert them. This time the stress is on the second syllable. Listen again to both of the words. Desert, desert. And once again. Desert, desert. Hopefully you can hear the difference. It is small but important for understanding. Let's look at another example. This word has many meanings, so I'm looking for the stress when it's used as a noun and again when it's used as a verb. I'll give you a little time to think. Can you tell me the meaning of this word as a noun and as a verb? A piece of information that is written down is a record. I hope you got that one, and I hope you could hear that the stress was on the first syllable. Often, we record songs or videos. There is our verb. Let's hear that again. Record, record. Can you hear that this time the stress is on the second syllable? Let's hear them both together. Record, 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 record. The differences are very small. Don't worry if you don't think you've got all of this in this one short lesson. Subscribe to our channel and watch our videos. We will be doing regular practice on all areas of pronunciation in the future. Now let's take a quick look at sentence stress. In the same way that some syllables are stressed, in a sentence some words are stressed. Remember, when we say stressed, we mean that we say that word a bit louder and sometimes slightly higher in pitch. We usually stress the important words, the content words. Stressing words tells the listener what is important in the sentence and also gives meaning to the sentence. By stressing different words in a sentence, we can actually change the meaning of the sentence. To help us with this, I have asked Elle to join us.
So, Edward, what is it that you would like me to do?
I am just trying to demonstrate stressed sentences. I will put a sentence on the board, and I would like you to read it aloud for me.
Okay, whatever I can do to help. I didn't say she stole the money.
Thank you, Elle. Did you notice that Elle stressed the word didn't? Now, what does that sentence mean, Ella?
Exactly what it says. I didn't say she stole the money.
Good. Now will you say the sentence again? This time I would like you to stress the word say.
Okay, I didn't say she stole the money. Oh, but...
Is there something wrong?
Yes, the sentence means something different now. Instead of me definitely not saying she stole the money. Now, I didn't actually say it, but I might have thought that she did, or even sent a message saying she did.
There. You can see how stressing one word changes the whole meaning of this sentence. How about if you stress the next word, she?
If I say I didn't say she stole the money, then the sentence means that I didn't say it was her. I said it was someone else that stole it.
So, there you can see how changing the stress of a word can change the whole meaning of a sentence. We could go on and change each of the remaining words, stole the money, but I'll let you do that yourselves. If you think you know, write your answers in the comments. Now let's remind you of some of the sentences that we said at the beginning of this section. You may remember that Elle said this.
So, Edward, what is it that you would like me to do?
Can you tell which word is stressed in that sentence? In this case, it was what, and stressing that word signals to me, the listener, that this is the important part of the sentence, in this case, question that she is asking. Then I said, I am just trying to demonstrate stressed sentences. I will put a sentence on the board, and I would like you to read it aloud for me. Now can you tell me which word I stressed? It was the word aloud, because that's something I wanted Elle to particularly understand.
So, Edward, we use stressed sentences to either give meaning to the sentence or to highlight particular information in the sentence. Is that correct?
That's exactly correct. And in the future we will be doing lots of practice with this, like the other parts of pronunciation. Now let's move on to the last part of today's topic. Our last topic for today brings us back to where we started, with syllables. Breaking words down into the syllables, then slowly pronouncing them and speeding up as I have shown you is a great way to learn pronunciation. But it doesn't work every time. This is because in English we have a relaxed neutral vowel sound. The vowel doesn't really exist, but the sound does, and we use it a lot. You may have heard of this. It's called the schwa. Let's take the word doctor. If we break it down to its syllables, how many will we have? I think you should get this. It's very easy. There are 2. Elle, would you pronounce our 2 syllables, please?
Of course, doctor.
Did you hear the second syllable as Elle pronounced it? She said tor, which is correct. But now let's hear the whole word pronounced. Elle, would you do that for us, please?
Certainly. Doctor, is that enough?
When the whole word is pronounced, that second syllable doesn't sound like tor anymore. It's probably closer to tear. But it is a sound on its own. This is the schwa sound. Let's try another one. Would you sound the syllables for us?
Again.
Pay attention to the second syllable. Now please pronounce the whole word.
Again.
Has the sound of the second syllable changed? Yes, it has. It no longer sounds like gain. Let's hear it a couple more times.
Again. Again.
You can hear that the sound changes when it becomes a word. That's the schwa again. This video is just a short introduction to pronunciation. You'll find a section on pronunciation and speaking practice in all our future videos. We will cover more words and sentences with every video we release, so remember to subscribe and leave a like. YouTube likes it when we get likes. If you do both, you can be sure that you won't miss an episode. And soon, we'll have you speaking like a native.
We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.